Society. Society is created by acting persons. That's according to Strauss. Nevertheless, a society describes a group of people who share a common territory and a culture. Social anthropology would mean knowledge about humans in societies. Sociology, however, the social science discipline that looks at the development and structure of human society and how it works. The first one is hunting and gathering. This is characterized by a very small in size. Social organization is all resting within family. Availability of foods is very limited and unstable. No social stratification. There is no upper, lower, or middle class. Very high interaction and dependence on nature. Very low of security and personal safety. There was no political institution. There is gender-based division of labor, but not gender-based inequality. The men hunt for foods, and the women take good care of the young ones. They were believed to be nomadic, a group of 20 to 40 people. They went to a particular place to hunt and gather foods, and keep moving and find another place which has rich resources of foods. The second one is pastoral and herding, relatively large in size, and people live within family and tribes, limited but stable. Due to surplus accumulation, some people have better access to surplus, becomes more powerful than the others, meaning those who have access and obtained more resources compared to the other group becomes powerful. So slowly, social classes was already manifested during this time. Their nomadic way of life often bring pastoral in contact with other groups. This helps them to develop trading. So the primary source of food and the primary source of food was on pastoral or pagpapastol. These were domesticated animals used for a human food. Due to the existence of social groups, level of security increased. So since there is already social groups, so security also increased because they want to protect their resources. This was the beginning of slavery. There was no political institution observed. The next one is horticultural. This is characterized by a relatively large in size, and people live within family and tribes, and social interaction increase in groups. So I would like to emphasize on the conflict existing during this time. It said, beginning of conflict, rapid slavery occurred. So during this time, conflict in society existed between group of people. Basically, the slave or the poor and those who have high access to resources, the wealthy group, the wealthy people or the rich. During this time, since conflict existed, society was unstable and prone to change. Nevertheless, because of division of labor, healthcare facilities already began. The next one is agricultural. Basically, when we say agricultural, the primary source of foods and the center of economy during that time was the domestication of animals and cultivation of plants, which leads to greater amount of food production. So it's like a combination of pastoral and horticultural. Though wealth during that time was not equally distributed. There were two important things to remember during this time. Two distinct social classes existed: those who own the land and those who work on the land. So definitely we can really see the slavery. Definitely security level also during that time improved because the standard of living also elevated. The last one is industrial. I would like to emphasize on the Industrial Revolution. During this time, there was Industrial Revolution happened. many inventions were created. The production of machines, which helps humans to produce more goods and even services, was tremendously increasing. It is said that this was the turning point in history because the life of the people and the society itself was affected with the so-called industrialization. Population increase, modern capitalist economy also existed, and the growth of economy existed as well. We can say that the most important events in human history since the domestication of plants and animals is the Industrial Revolution.